Good evening, YouTube. It's Woody here once again for another live discussion right here on YouTube. So it's already saying bad connection, so let's see if I can do something about that. All right. See if I can get this to work today. What's going on? Who do we got in here tonight? 4 people, 4 likes. I like that. I like that. What's going on, Natus? What's going on, Truck? Yeah. Who else is in here? All right, everybody's coming in. It looks like we're loud looks like we're loud and clear tonight. So, what I want to talk about tonight is business is good. Business is going very well. What's going on, Manhunter? What's up, Mr. China Japan? Corey Rogers, Bob Kurszewski. So, stay broke, right? A lot of you are probably going to wonder what the heck I mean by that. Because isn't the goal to make money so you can be rich? What do you mean stay broke? What do you mean? So, the goal is not to be personally rich, okay? So, I want to be like you when I grow up. All right, man, I appreciate that, I guess. Keep up the good work. You have to spend money to make money. That's a different thing. Being broke keeps you hungry. Exactly. So I'm glad somebody gets it. What's going on, TJ? Get rich quick. There's no such thing. Okay. Get rich quick schemes. The guys out there who try to sell you a program. Hey, it's not going to work, right? So the multi-level marketing schemes, if you can start a Shopify store and make $100,000 a year. BS. Okay. Can it happen? Sure. But you're gonna have to put as much amount of hustle into the online Shopify stuff. I tried it out. Okay. I like to see how things go. And I tried Shopify and all these other different things where you can sell stuff online. The drop shipping lifestyle. I'm sure you guys have seen these things pop up on your Facebook feed, and it takes more work to do that, to build a I have the secret to getting rich. Send me $199 to find out how. Where do I sign up? Exactly. So to get a successful Shopify store to a 7-figure business, that is 7 figures, $1 million gross revenue. That's not your profit, that's your gross revenue. You have to put in more work than I had to put into my trucking business to get to that level. Like, it's ridiculous. My signal's still pretty weak, I guess. I got the WeBoost booming here, but you have to put more work into that than say a trucking company. So I tried it out thinking, hey, maybe this might work out, right? Within the first few months, I had, several $1,000s in sales. But after the drop shipping fees, the Shopify fees, the PayPal fees, the sales taxes, and everything else, I was only making like, I don't know, maybe 20 bucks a day. And it was putting tons of time and energy into it. So, doesn't matter. But anyway, my topic for tonight is stay broke. So, the premise behind this is, like Trucking with Authority said earlier, is don't pay yourself, right? If you want the business to be successful, you can't be taking personal money from the business. Okay? You want to live on the bare minimum possible so that the business can launch successfully and that it will continue to grow in the future, right? If the first time you start making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a week, you take all the money as personal money and you go buy a new car, you go buy a bunch of dumb stuff that you shouldn't buy, the business is going to suffer, and eventually you will go out of business if you continue that practice. So the idea behind stay broke is don't live high on the hog because your business is doing well. Okay? Live at the bare minimum necessity level that you need to survive, and allow the money that the business is making to go back into the business. Okay, so I follow what I preach here. Okay, I take the money that the business makes, I buy another truck. I bought my trailer. Now, out of the 6 years that I've been doing this business, the only time I took money out really to pay myself was when I bought my wife her car. We bought our house. That's it. Other than that, okay, so I still have a weak connection. Out of the business, pretty much all I pay for myself is food, shelter, which is, my mortgage payment, and, any other necessities I have to have. Like, say, whatever, the stuff you need for basic living. That's all I pay myself. I don't pay myself a salary outside of that. So whatever those items cost is what they cost. I don't pay myself extra out of that. Okay, so now on the whole tax situation with it, a good salary to pay yourself is like 25 grand a year. On your taxes, you can show that you paid yourself like 25 to 30,000, right? Which is not that much money when you've got a business that's actually starting to become pretty successful. $25,000 to $30,000 is not that much money, right? I think you guys could all agree with that. Okay, so that's basically what I take from the company each year. Not much more than that at all. So that's what I mean by stay broke. $30,000, you're broke, right? That's bare minimum survival, especially if you live in the city and your mortgage is through the roof, right? I apologize about the signal. It's the best I can get it. But, $30,000 is not that much money. But that's what I've been living on the past, or less than that, the past, 5 or 6 years. So that's what I mean by stay broke. I hope you guys understand that. It's something that's crucial for you to do if you want to have a successful business. You have to stay broke. You can't be taking all the money out of the business to buy stuff. You just can't be taking money out of the business all the time because you want to buy your kids new toys, or you want to buy a new car every year, or you want the biggest house on the block, etc., etc. No, we have a very small house. We have a house that costed us less than $100,000, okay? The car I bought for my wife was not a very expensive car, okay? Etc. So I don't pay myself a set amount because it would actually be end up being more money than I need for the necessities. All them truck accessories you have are free, right? I've been through it. I'm speaking to you from experience. This is how I know this is how it should be. Because I've made the mistake of taking money out of the business that I shouldn't have taken out. And the business suffered because of it. I'm speaking from experience on this. Okay, so like I've said in quite a few other videos, all the truck chrome and all that kind of stuff was a mistake. I never should have done it. But I have it now, so whatever. It is what it is at this point. I can't go back and take the stuff back. I've had it for a couple, several years now, so but if it's something that helps me do my job better, then it makes sense to purchase for the truck. It's a business purchase, not a personal purchase. So and that's a business write-off. If I buy new lights for the truck because the old ones suck and I can't see at night, that's a business write-off. If I buy chain hangers to put chains on the truck, so when I drive up to Alaska, I have an easy access to my chains. That's another business write-off. I'll purchase things that are practical for the business, but pretty much everything I buy is for the business. I was contemplating tonight buying a new dash cam for this truck because the one I have is really old, but it still works. So I didn't buy a new dash cam. So I almost did. I was this close, and I was like, well, the old one still works. So whatever, I'll just deal with it, you know, not being the newest technology. But other than that, I'll take any Q&A that you guys have tonight. That's off topic, whatever. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them, and I'll get to those as soon as I can. Chrome don't get you home, but it sure looks nice. Yeah, I mean, I love the way my truck looks, okay? Don't get me wrong. I like having the chrome in here. I like having my custom radio and my subwoofer and all this stuff. I like having this stuff. It's nice. I like having my custom seat, you know? I like all this stuff. Okay? But the less money you take from the business, the faster you can grow. Okay? So pay yourself what you want to pay yourself. But I'm just, you know, I'm not telling you what to do. But this is the idea. You know, take as little from the business as you possibly can, and the business will grow faster. It's pretty simple. You know, the more money you take and pay yourself, the less the business is going to be able to grow. Now, it's up to you what level of growth you're really after, how big you want your business to be, right? If you don't want to grow your business, if you just want one truck forever, fine, take whatever you want out of the business. But if you want to grow a fleet, right, you have to leave the money there with the business as much as possible, so that when it's time to add another truck, what's up, Woody? How's Alaska trucking going? I haven't been back yet. I might go back up probably early January. That's when the really heavy stuff starts coming out, because the haul road is iced over, and now then they can take the really heavy stuff, 85,000 up to 250,000 pounds up the Alaska highway. I personally probably won't be doing that. How can a person purchase his first truck without putting 10 to 15 grand down? Average credit score. I mean, the only option that you have is a lease purchase if you don't have money. Okay, if you don't have $10,000 to $15,000 put down on a truck, pretty much your only option is going to be a lease purchase with the mega carrier. Stupid signal keeps going out. Even then, as we chat, RST, what's going on, LaShawn? Is RST keeping you busy? I have an app and them waiting. Yes, all three of my trucks have been very busy. We've all been running recap hours, so, you know, our trucks are staying running. One of my trucks is at the yard right now getting some work done on it. But other than that, we've been running pretty steady, and, you know, RST and the Prime Logistics stuff, they keep us loaded and running. And if we have to wait in the dock, we get detention pay, all that kind of stuff. You guys know how it works. But yeah, so I forgot what I was saying before that. Oh, this signal is really bad. I apologize. How can a person purchase a truck without money down? It's going to be really difficult. I don't know how you're going to do it. I didn't do it. So even with the lease purchase I did through Prime, I still had to put $9,000 to cash down, right? I still had to put money down. So the only option for you to get your first truck, you're not actually going to end up buying it. It's going to be a lease. It's going to be a regular lease, just rental. That's the only thing I know of that has a no money down, is just a regular lease. You can do that for a while till you get money stacked up to where you can go buy a truck, but you're not going to own the one that you're leasing unless you do what I did. Now, if you want to know how I did that, there's a video I did several months ago. It's called Lease Purchase How I Did It. Okay, there's a video on my channel called Lease Purchase How I Did It. find that video, go through that. I tell my whole story of how I did my lease purchase. Now, is there a lease purchase out there that exists where you don't need money down? Maybe. I don't know. You'll have to research that and see if you can find it. But if you don't even have the money for the down payment, I'm going to go ahead and guess and say that you don't have the money for maintenance, you don't have money for fuel, you don't have money for emergency fund, you don't have nothing. So what's going to happen when you get this truck and with no money down and you break down? If you break down, like, you're just going to break down with no money, what are you going to do? It's not a good way to go if you don't have money to go buy a truck. This business costs a lot of money. It's a very expensive, a very high expense business. So with RST, I said in the video yesterday, you guys can check it out, RST's probably not adding any more trucks until next year. Okay, so if you have an application pending, etc., etc., they don't have any trucks to put you in right now. Is TB with you now? Yes, he said that in his video. Yes, he is. He said that in his video yesterday, that he's at RST. Swift is no down payment. There is a few of them with no money down. Okay, that's news to me. I didn't know about Swift's. I don't know about Swift's lease purchase program. I've never worked for them. Since you pay salary, what happens when the truck don't run enough to cover their pay and expenses? Does it hurt? That's why I run my truck. Obviously, if their truck isn't making money for a long time, that's gonna hurt the business. But so far, I don't see that happening. I don't see it happening where the truck is sitting so long that I end up being in the hole or something. Like, I'm not in the hole. Schneider has a no down lease with Schneider Finance. Okay. Didn't know that either. I don't know everything, guys. Never said I did, but I've worked, you know, pretty much at the same place forever. Howdy Woody, long time no see. I was just wondering if it was a good way to go. The way salary pay works is it averages out, right? So what percentage do you like to keep your operating cost at? Like as low as possible. Did the Prime A fleet change their insurance program? I don't know. I don't know if they did or not. What's going on, John? How's Alaska? Not in Alaska at the moment. Appreciate that, Corey. So even with that said, if you can find a program that has no money down, I still suggest you have some money in the bank set to the side in case of an emergency or the truck breaks down, so you can at least buy yourself a hotel room for a week while the truck's getting fixed, you know. Do you tend to be more profitable running recaps or full 70s? Recaps. Running recaps is the way to go. That's the way it's been. You end up working about 8 to 9 hours a day, you know, on your recap hours. You get shorter loads that pay more. It's just a better way to run. I was running Alaska for, you know, a couple months, and then I'm back pulling prime freight. I'll go back up to Alaska this winter, probably January or February, if they need me to. I'm making good money here pulling prime logistics, so I'm happy either way. But I don't mind going back up. If you're broken down right off the bat, you didn't do enough inspections before you signed the line for the truck. That's true. But anything can happen. You know, even if you could inspect the truck and everything could be perfect, and you just get a case of bad luck and the truck breaks. You know, you have to be prepared for the worst out here, always. Yeah, I hope that's common sense. Are you going to get an all international fleet? No. I want to look at other trucks. I ran all recaps and never did a 34 until I was home every 4 to 6 weeks. That's the way I like to run, because, you know, I always ended up making more money running recaps. It's just the way it worked out. I'm not really interested in the Kenworths. I don't really like PACCAR products. But I would like to have some Western Stars and the newer Cascadias. They're really nice trucks. I also don't mind getting another International as well. But I really want one of those Western Stars. I think they're really cool. And you get really awesome fuel economy out of those. But let me try to answer some of this other stuff here. Report, dealer report, and history before I even think about the truck. That's good, Caslin. I mean, you should do all those things. I'm not saying not to do all those things. I'm just saying, if you go to get a truck and you have no money, you're just asking, it's a recipe for disaster. Are you keeping the woodshed or trading it in? I haven't decided yet. I'm getting numbers on 2019 Cascadias. If numbers work, I'm ordering 10, start taking delivery in March. That's what's up, man. I really like those new Cascadias. They're really nice. That'd be good for up north. I see plenty of Western Stars. Yeah. The 5700 XE is an excellent truck. I don't know. I really like the engine brake in the new trucks. Were you still feuding with Blanton? No, I haven't talked to him in a long time, man. He got upset with something I posted on Facebook. I don't even remember what it was. The new Volvos are insane, and the Mack Anthem as well. The biggest thing I don't like about Volvos is they're so freaking expensive for parts and labor. Yeah, the Cummins engine brake is awesome. The Pro Stars I have a very strong engine brake in them with the Cummins ISX 15. I kind of remember him having a bad temper when I drove with him when he was my trainer. But it never bothered me. Like, we never clashed when we were in the truck together. Man, that was so long ago. Good grief, man. That was like almost, it's got to be 6 years. Got to be over 6 years ago. Is it hard to sleep with the reefer running? Nah, not at all. You get used to it. It's all about the Volvo 780s. I mean, everybody's got their personal preference for truck. As long as you make money, that's all that matters. And as long as it makes you money and you're happy driving it. On Prime Logistics, does RST pay them percentage? We get 80%. RST gets 80%. That's passed through to the owner ops. And we pay RST a set rate. If you want more information about that, you can go to the website, rstriverside.com. If you guys have questions about RST stuff, you can go to the website. There's a lot of information on there. And there's a contact thing on there as well. I am a male. Congratulations. Can somebody bring multiple trucks to RST? I don't see why not. I believe you can. I really liked that ProStar. It was hard for me. It was actually pretty hard for me to get that truck and to put a driver in it, because I like that truck a lot. Like, the paint job on it's perfect. It looks really cool. It runs great. It was hard for me to get back in this truck after driving that one, but I got the truck to make me money, so I put somebody in it. But he's doing pretty good, so, you know, not much to. But I would like to drive that truck again. sometime pretty soon I'd like to drive that truck again. But anyway, I don't want this live feed to be too long. I appreciate all of you watching tonight. Don't forget to give a thumbs up before you leave. Share the video. If you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. All that good stuff. As always, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below after the video is done. And I got to get some sleep because I have a 5 a.m. delivery here. And then I'm heading to the house after that. But I see a couple last minute questions here. I'll get those answered and then I gotta go. My cousin wants to go to Prime, however he lives in Yonkers, New York. Does Prime pay for student stay throughout the course of the time in training? No. If I'm understanding your question correctly, once my signal comes back. Okay, so Prime pays for your hotel room during orientation. Okay, and then once, you know, before you get your CDL, you get like $200 a week advance. It's an advance, it's a loan, all right, a no interest loan. Now, once you get your CDL, you got to pay that money back a little bit each week. But once you get your CDL and you're in a trainer's truck, they start you at $600 a week, and then after a couple weeks it goes to $700 a week. So the students do make money while they're in training, but obviously they'll make much more once they get in their own truck. But the program may be different than that. I don't drive for Prime anymore. You know, we pull Prime Logistics Freight, but I don't know, I don't keep track of their programs. They have it all listed on their website, primeinc.com, whatever. If you have questions about that, they have recruiters you can call, all that stuff. I'm not one of them, so anyway, thanks for watching tonight, guys. I got to get out of here, and you guys stay safe. I'm gonna figure out how to end this thing and try not to die.